This is my first vlog video in a while, and I just wanted to talk, I guess. And there's Eevee. But anyway, I did my makeup cool today. Can you see it at all? It's like light green, and then medium green, and then dark forest green with green eyeliner on the bottom. I thought it was pretty cool. One thing that I've been thinking about is that when I first started making YouTube videos, I thought that they would help my self-confidence somehow. Even though I'm not interacting directly with people, I somehow thought that making videos and putting them on the internet would help me feel better about myself, I guess, but actually it's done the opposite, and that's not because of anyone's comments, because I don't really get many comments on my videos, but it's because like all the insecurities that I had about my appearance and the way that I talk and things like that were all from within my own view of myself, which I don't really get to actually see myself talking or interacting with people, because when I look at myself, it's usually just in the mirror and I'm just like checking makeup and stuff like that, you know, not talking. But ever since I started making these videos and then going through and editing them, I've had to watch myself, how I talk, how I move my mouth, how my voice sounds, how I pronounce things, how I move when I'm talking, things like that, and how often I say how often I lick my lips. I don't like the way that my voice sounds. I think that it sounds like I have a speech impediment almost. The way that I say S's somehow, and also the way that I say R's is kind of off sounding. My whole life actually I've had people ask me where I'm from and if I'm from here, which I'm from Spokane, Washington, or if I'm from a different country, and I tell them no, I've lived in this town my whole life. And my family was from the US, so I haven't picked up any sort of accent. It's just the way that I talk. But then in 5th grade, my teacher contacted my parents, my dad, saying that the way that I say R's is incorrect and that I should go to speech therapy. But my dad didn't notice any sort of speech impediment, and also that teacher was from Boston. So we figured that it was just that she had like the Boston accent and wasn't used to Washingtonian accent. But as time goes on and as I listen to my videos and watch myself, I've noticed that I do say things kind of wrong, and I try to enunciate my words properly, but it doesn't work. But I've become more self-conscious about that since making YouTube videos. And also I've noticed that I don't like the way I move my mouth when I talk. I kind of like move one side up further than the other sometimes. And in general, I don't like the way my teeth look when I talk. I've noticed that my teeth are a lot longer in the front than I ever noticed, and that like this has always been crooked, but you can kind of see that when I talk. And this isn't like a pity video, but I'm just saying, like, I thought that it would make me feel better about myself, but in fact it has done the opposite, which isn't necessarily good or bad, because I've always been a really insecure person. I can remember the first time that I ever thought I was ugly was 1st grade. I was looking in the mirror before school one morning, and when I was younger I didn't wear any makeup obviously, and my freckles were more prominent, and I had blonde hair that was not in bangs of any sort. It was parted down the middle. It was actually in bangs, but I parted it down the middle and away from my face like this because I didn't like the way that my bangs felt on my head. And with the light eyebrows, the huge, in my opinion, forehead, and light eyelashes, stuff like that, that was the first moment that I thought that I was ugly. I remember it. 6 years old. I'm not sure if that's common, but it's been a recurring feeling, and by recurring I mean pretty much constant. Another thing that I could mention that you may or may not give a crap about is that through my life I've really enjoyed drawing. In the last couple of years I haven't been doing it as much as I used to, but I've kind of picked it up again in the last couple of months, and I'm pretty excited. And I'm not really good at all. I've come a long way from when I started. I started drawing when I was, well, I mean, I was drawing ever since I could hold a pencil, but I really started trying to get better at it when I got into anime at age 7. I really started practicing and trying to get good, and most of my practice has been on my own. I have taken a couple of introductory art classes that have improved my shading skills more than anything, but I want to show you guys some of my drawings for no apparent reason. I did this one in July, and it's just like a pink-haired girl. It's like incomplete, warping, kind of abstract, weird, whatever. I've just been drawing for my own pleasure lately, not to be better at all. So I've actually been really enjoying it though, because I'm not trying to impress anybody with it. And here's a drawing I did of Yolandi Visser from Die Antwoord. If you're on the internet at all, you've probably seen Yolandi Visser, whether or not you're a fan of her. I personally really like Die Antwoord, and I think Yolandi is cool. Here's another drawing I did. I'm skipping over the worse ones. Here's one. It's like a blue-haired woman that I made up. She's like looking downward. Skipping past a couple of crappy ones. And here's another one. This one's really abstract. I'm not sure if you can see the colors quite as vibrant as they actually are, but I used neon colored pencils for this one, and I started with the eye and then kind of just made it as weird as I could by going off from that. But I actually really like this one. That one's kind of inappropriate, nude. And then I've drawn a couple of things, just doodles lately, that I actually like. My work schedule is written at the top of this one. Here's a doodle that I made the other day, that made it yesterday actually. It's just like a gothish person with pigtails. And here's another one. There's a list of places that I want to apply along with it. Wait, don't look at that. There's kind of like an alternative elfy looking person. I'm probably gonna color these and shade them and put them somewhere, but it feels really nice to be drawing again. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not very good. I'm not awful either. It's obvious that I've practiced somewhat, but I'm not very good, and I'm also not very confident in my art because I've been drawing for, like, trying to get better for 10, 14 years, and I've seen some like redraw this things on DeviantArt where it's like I drew this in 2008 and here it is again in 2013, and they've improved drastically over that small amount of time. but yet in 14 years I haven't gotten very much better. I haven't gotten to the point where I can do these amazing picturesque art, but lately I've just been like, screw it. I like drawing, and if my art sucks then that's fine, but I like doing it. There's the phone. And if you don't like looking at it, then that's fine. I'm probably not going to share it too much, and if I don't like looking at it, then I can rip it up. But the only way I'm going to get better is if I keep doing it, and it's also a really good outlet for stress, creativity, that kind of thing. So I've just been literally drawing whatever I want to and not really caring if it's good. Like if you notice, a lot of the characters don't have hands because I suck at hands, and instead of trying to draw hands, I've pretty much just said fuck it, I don't feel like drawing hands. So yeah, that's my advice, I guess. If you're insecure about your art, then who gives a crap? Just do what you want, like draw whatever you want. If people don't like it, then they kind of are just assholes and they don't care. Like, I don't know, I'm not designing stuff for a company. I'm just sitting here drawing in my house, so I don't really care anymore if it's good. I just like it. So that's my little 2 cents on art stuff. I've got a huge list of ideas for videos that I plan on doing. Here's actually the list I have right here. See, I've been making this big list, and I'm slowly working on doing those. I don't want to show you my Eevee dog. I haven't had Eevee in a video in a while. She's sitting right here beside me because she's a little darling Pomeranian. Oh, Eevee. She's probably really confused. So this is Eevee. She's still alive and kicking and doing great. I've had a lot of videos with her in them, and not recently though, so here she is. She doesn't like the limelight. She's like, Mama, what are you doing? Dang it, I love my dog. She's so confused. She's like, why did you lift me? Why are you showing me to the camera, Mama? Just because you make videos doesn't mean I want to be in them. So that's about it. Thank you for listening to me ramble if you did. And if you have any thoughts to contribute towards like what you feel about your artwork, if you're self-conscious about your art, or if you've noticed since making videos that you're more or less confident or self-conscious about anything about yourself, got my eyelashes. Just go ahead and comment. I like hearing from people, even if you just tell me your life story in a comment. And I'm not the best at responding, and I apologize. I'm trying to get better at that, but I really like hearing what people think about things. So if you got a thought, go ahead and comment. And that's all for today. Bye.